when only certain kinds of images can be shown of black people, where negative and demeaning and degrading and buffoon-like images are portrayed of black people, that is helping to maintain the system of racist and white supremacy. But the very first universities on the planet were on the continent of Africa. See, and the global white minority realized that for them to genetically survive on planet Earth, and because black people have the greatest genetic potential to cause white genetic annihilation, the heaviest pressure has to be on black men in particular.
Now you're in the sunken place.
Hey, yo, so haul up, so you be sayin', we was kangs and shit. Do you know thyself? If so, then how can you, the Superman, fall for the lowest of lanes? Allow me to peel back the layers of cinematography, and let's investigate the symbolism in the movie Get Out. The main character's name is Chris, which is short for Christ, the Son of God, a symbol of death and resurrection. In the movie Get Out, the father foreshadows his intentions by saying, even the son will die someday. The 4 members of the Armitage family were responsible for Chris's entrapment. The father, Dean Armitage, was the brain surgeon who dealt with the seen. The mother, Missy Armitage, was the hypnotist. She dealt with the mind, the unseen. The brother, Jeremy Armitage, was the enforcer. And the daughter and girlfriend, Rose Armitage, was the key to the operation. This is why she holds the keys at the end of the movie. She recruited the victims. Symbolically, her name and status within the organization referenced the Rosicrucian order. Within the Order of the Rose Cross, the concept of transmitting thoughts from one individual to another, without the use of sight or sound, is of high importance. Before the mom could hypnotize the victims, Rose was the first to hypnotize the victims with companionship. There were 3 black people in the movie whose body and mind were taken over by white people. These black people initially wore a symbolic mask, in order to fit into white society, only to eventually become a literal mask themselves, worn by a white person. This was blackface symbolism on another level. The groundskeeper, Walter, was possessed by the grandfather, Roman Armitage, the former track runner who lost to Jesse Owens in the Olympics. The housekeeper, Georgina, was possessed by the Armitage grandmother. And lastly, Andre Hayworth, was possessed by Logan King, the companion of Philomena King. There were 5 people who spoke to Chris while he was at the party. Jordan Green, the former golfer. Lisa Dietz, who wanted to know what sex was like with a black man. Parker Trey, who said, black is in fashion. Hiroki Tanaka, who wanted to know the advantages and disadvantages of being black. And lastly, Jim Hudson, the blind artist who won the silent auction and admired Chris's literal and symbolic eye. The 4 Armitage family members, 3 black people possessed, and 5 party-goers, give the number 12. A significant number in the death, resurrection, and travels of Christ, the Son.
The movie, Get Out, was filmed in the state of Alabama. One of the ancient names for Alabama is Alibamu, which translates to mean, the most high soul of the mother. Even the character of Walter, the groundskeeper, was a football player at Alabama State University. The deer in the movie represented the death of the natural being. Throughout the movie, the deers were shown as dying or dead. The deer is symbolic of the black man. The deer is the buck, the black buck, the young buck. As shown by the deer head on the wall, the Armitage family were hunters of bucks, both deer and black men. Like the deer running into danger by crossing in front of the moving vehicle, the unconscious black man runs into danger by crossing over to be a part of a society which hunts him, all under the guise of assimilation and integration. While the buck preys, the hunter preys. In the movie, the secret society responsible for transforming black people into white people was called the Coagula. The word Coagula is written on the left forearm of the Baphomet image, and represents one of the stages in the alchemist's great work, of which Negrito, black, is a key component, along with red, white, and yellow. These 4 stages are also symbolic of the 4 positions of the sun in its travels. The winning bid on Chris was from the blind artist, whose winning bingo card had all the numbers marked under the letter O, which is symbolic of the sun. The English gematria for the word, bingo, equals the master number 11. It's known as the Sockix number. No one ever asked, how does a blind man play bingo? 11 is the number of illumination. After being sold, Chris sat on the throne, surrounded by 4 beasts. The mother represented the head of the lion. The daughter Rose represented the head of the eagle. The father represented the head of the ram, and the brother represented the head of man. These 4 characters represented the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, the fall of the sun. Keep in mind that this story too is an astrological one. Atop the white horse is Sagittarius, the brother. Atop the red horse is Scorpio, the daughter Rose. Atop the black horse is Libra, the mother. And, atop the pale horse is Capricorn, the father, Dr. Death. These are the 4 points the sun, Christ, passes as it rises and falls, or dies, and is reborn, during its travels through the 12 signs of the zodiac. The falcon image seen on Chris's bedroom wall at the beginning of the movie shows his relationship to Horus, the son of Osiris, the lord of the underworld in ancient Egypt. Osiris was a symbol of resurrection, a way to get out of the underworld. The ancient Egyptians called this underworld, or sunken place, the Duat, or Amduat, and described the method to get out, in a papyrus called the Text of the Hidden Chamber, which is in the underworld. This text uses the sun, and day, and night, as symbols for the resurrection of consciousness. The travels of the sun, through the sunken place, is divided into the symbolic 12 hours of the night. During the first hour, the sun sets, or dies, in the west. In the second and third hours, it travels into a sunken watery place. In the fourth hour, he crosses through a sandy desert with zigzag pathways. In the fifth hour, he crosses the lake of fire. In the sixth hour, he is regenerated. In the seventh hour, he battles the serpent. In the eighth hour, he opens the door and travels back across the burning sands. In the ninth and 10th hour, he re-emerges from the waters. In the 11th hour, his sight is restored. And, in the 12th hour, he gets out of his shallow grave in the east, and rises once again.
It's like if we sat down at a chessboard to play chess at a tournament. You have to take all of your energy and understand exactly the moves that the opponent is going to make and make certain that you know how to counter those moves. So I just say it's time for us to wake up. Time for us to wake up. Time for us to wake up.